What an absolutely incredible doubles point to analyze and learn from. Now, this video is courtesy of J Tennis on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to their awesome channel. I've put their link in the description below. So let's watch this point and then we'll analyze it. All right, we've got University of Central Florida, I believe, UCF, and we've got Stanford. So you can see the Stanford players are both back, and that's a common way to start the point as the receiving team, because if the return is often hit to the net player, if the returner's partner is on the service line, can just pound it right at that player, and they have no time to react. So by standing farther back, you require a more difficult volley in order for the net player to end the point if the serve comes to the returner and the returner accidentally hits it right to the net player. And that's exactly what you see. You see a forward movement by the returner with the split step. You always want to land the split step after the opponent hits the ball. That is the proper timing. It syncs up the feet hitting the ground with your reaction time and your brain recognizing where to go. Now you'll notice, and I made a video on this, 2 days ago. You'll notice that this is an inside ground stroke. Inside ground strokes are ground strokes that the baseliner hits where they are hitting on the side of the body toward the inside of the court. So as a right-hander on the deuce side, the inside ground stroke is the backhand. If the ball were a forehand, it would be called an outside ground stroke. Inside and outside ground strokes have nothing to do with right-handed, left-handed, forehand, backhand, deuce side, ad side. It's are they turning toward the inside of the court or the outside of the court? When you serve to the inside ground stroke of an opponent, they will end up hitting it, even accidentally, right at the net person all the time. And that's exactly what you see here. The ball is framed and then floated right to the net player. Now, remember, this guy is not on the service line. He's back. So when you play both back, you have to put yourself in the net player's shoes and think about where they might aim and hit the ball. There are three basic places he'll try to hit. A little angle this way, through the middle, and a sharp angle off the court. Now, based on what we see here, and we see this is a backhand volley, high backhand volley, we can basically eliminate this sharp angle over here because there really is no sharp angle there. And so you can basically cross out that one. Then you could think, well, maybe the ball is going to go through the middle. And that's a perfectly reasonable thought process. Like, oh, he's going to hit through the middle. But what you really want to bank on in this scenario is a sharp angle off the court. And this player's job would be to get the sharp angle. This player, the returner, his job would be to get to the middle. And nobody is going to worry about this angle here. So, because there really isn't much of an angle. So I want you to look at this guy and how he starts to move over before the ball is ever struck. Watch this. Before the volley is ever struck, he's already moving, predicting that this ball is going to be a sharp angle volley. Let me just say this. If the ball had been hit to the forehand, which is the inside volley, right, toward the inside of the court, he would not be making this move. He would actually be covering the middle, and this guy would start moving this way in case the ball is actually hit at a sharp angle. What I'm trying to say is you can actually predict the direction your opponent is going to hit the ball based on the side of the body they're making contact on. So when the ball is hit on the backhand for this player, you have to assume that this ball is going to be hit at a sharp angle, and that's exactly what happens. Now, I want you to notice the team in red. Look where this guy moved. He has moved over perfectly. This is called the windshield wiper. When one player moves over, you go with them to help cover up some of the court. This guy basically has to play singles, and you'll see that. He is by himself on the court, and what he is trying to do is make it so that he's equidistant to both the ball to his right and the ball to his left in case his partner hits the ball to the net guy so that he can get anything. The ball is hit back to the baseliner, and the baseliner has no ability, since his partner is in the way, he really can't run the risk of hitting it this way or he'll hit his partner in the head. And we can see now, like, oh, there might have been a little bit of an angle over here. In the heat of the moment, everything moves so fast that you don't know if your partner is going to go back faster, so you can't aim that way. So it was smart for him to just hit back to the open side of the court. Now, I want you to think about this player. This player in yellow sees all of this court open, and he knows that his partner is preoccupied here he's engaged in the shot. So what he wants to do is he wants to move over to this side of the court quickly, but I want you to watch how he ducks, because he figures that his partner is smart and his partner is not just going to hit it to the net guy who can put it away for a winner. So he assumes this ball is going to go down the line, which is actually right over his head. Watch this. The ball goes right over his head. That's insane. Good thing he ducks, right? A lot of players, they'll say, well, I didn't want to go over because I didn't want to get hit. Well, if you duck, you should be fine. If you duck down as you move over, you'll be fine. The ball's going to go right over the head. Now, this creates a very interesting scenario. And I would say that the Stanford team, didn't have a tool there. There we go. I would say that the Stanford team has gone over this scenario with their coaches numerous times. And I would actually venture to say that the UCF team has not gone over this scenario once. This is just my guess. I'm willing to bet, because if I were the coaches of the UCF team, this team, I would be looking at footage and showing them you cannot do what is about to happen. When you have a one up, one back versus one up, one back scenario, but the up players are on the same side of the court, you must pinch the middle. You basically want the net players to be straddling the center service line. Watch what happens. The baseliner hits the ball down the line to the Stanford baseliner, and I want you to look where the UCF player is. He is not straddling the center service line, meaning, obviously, the Stanford player is not just going to hit it right to the net guy, because the net guy would actually pound his partner right in his chest or hit the ball right by him. So, of course, this ball is going to go down the line. So the UCF player needs to pinch and get over to see if he can get in the way of that and poach it. The Stanford player hits down the line. The UCF player never moved, which means to me, this guy was never coached up in this situation, which is a problem with the coaches. That is the coach's job, to go over all of these scenarios while, in practice, sending footage to your players on video, sending it out in a group text saying, hey guys, I'm analyzing footage of matches. You need to see this. This is a recent situation that occurred. We need to be coached up on this. We'll go over this in the next practice. That must not have happened, because and it happened with the Stanford player. Watch this. Watch the guy in red at the net. Watch where he goes. Look how he straddles the center service line. That is what you want, because this guy is in the way of a cross-court ball. There is no angle over here. The guy in red here is actually using the guy in black as almost a screen, like a blockage, right? It's like a wall that doesn't allow the ball to get cross-court enough. So he's able to move. That's why when you have two players at the net on the same side of the court, you don't just stand in the middle of your boxes. That makes no sense while the two baseliners just hit back and forth. You have to pinch and move over. And both of them should move over. The baseliner, for some reason, goes cross court. The guy doesn't even have to move. Now, he frames the ball, but because he's so close to the net, yes, he got a little lucky and the ball dribbles over. But even if he doesn't frame it, let's say the ball hits right in the center of his strings. Well, he's going to blast it right through the guy's legs, right into his chest, right past him. In this scenario, the Stanford team, the red team, is going to win this point 9 times out of 10. And it's all because he actually pinched in the middle. This is what the coaches should be doing. If you're a coach, you should be doing this for your students, for your players. If you're a team captain, if you're a coach of a high school, a college, if you're a pro coach, you should be going on YouTube, looking at videos, screen recording it, drawing on the screen, sending it to your players. This is how you improve your tennis. You watch tennis, you mark it up, and we learn, and then we practice. And then what do? We master it. Now, if you're looking for even more ways to win more doubles matches, then check out the new rules of doubles by Fuzzy Yellow Balls. Will Hamilton teams up with Craig O'Shaughnessy, the leading stats guy in the world for what's working on the pro tours and what's not, and he's sharing this information with you, the recreational player. To check out the new rules of doubles, just grab the Fuzzy Yellow Balls app in the description or wait till the end of the video when a link will pop up on the screen. And if you're looking for people in your local area to play matches against or practice with, maybe you want to find a coach who's close to you who can help you with your game, then use my link for Play Your Court. And it's playyourcourt.com/2-minute-tennis. When you use my link to sign up, you get 50% off. So click right here to check out the Fuzzy Yellow Balls app where you can see the new rules of doubles and go out and film yourself playing matches. Review the footage, see how you can improve, and there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.